Talk about a cinematic spot in the music to switch scenes.
Right.
Ladies, gentlemen, artificial intelligence entities observing this stream post-fix. We are Myth Brigade. We're live. I've just overcome a stomach flu, Byron, so I'm gonna, if I just suddenly disappear, then I was wrong about how thoroughly I've overcome it.
Evacuate.
Same.
But yeah, so we're here to play some Pendragon. So that should be cool. And Lord Byron is gonna take over and do what he does best.
Yeah, something like that. All right, welcome guys to another episode of King Arthur Pendragon by Chaosium, and we're still playing with the 5.2 rules. Probably going to kick off later this year, kind of transferring some rules over, depending. Most of us still 100% compatible. So, what's 6th edition when it launches at Gen Con? But anyway, welcome to another episode of The Sword, the Circle, and the Serpent. And how are you guys doing today? Who's Mr. Nedley? How are you? I haven't seen you like proud.
Yep.
Bjorn has been busy.
I would hope so. Yeah, I've been very busy as well. So, I guess it makes sense. Been working a lot and doing a lot of more tattoo stuff, trying to shift schedules around, just deliverables time for my work. So,
Nice.
Fun stuff.
Getting a lot of tattoos done.
Yeah, actually, I shifted to a new shop, and I've been doing a lot more.
That place is amazing, dude. I gotta come see you
I
there.
saw the pictures.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's like something straight out of like Miami Vice. It's all like sweet and decor.
1980s. Oh,
Yeah.
It's like Miami chic. Yeah.
Miami chic. Nice. Cool. I'll have to check that out. I have not had a chance to see that.
You should just travel to Orlando and just get your back piece.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. No. Not happening. Yeah. All right, Mr. James, how are you today?
Well,
have you recovered from our really bad Vile Dawn episode that I trashed?
that was fantastic. I loved it.
That's because you're a dickhead. That's why. No, that was
fun.
fun.
I can only imagine the payback that Beersley's going to give me today.
No, nothing like that.
All right, yeah. And Mr. Eder, how are you doing?
Rock and roll. Life is good.
Rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
We had a pretty awesome episode in our Monday.
Yeah, I'm in the end game of a couple of 5e games that are, anything could happen. And most of it's not good, so.
Nice.
Most of it's not good. Yeah. Yeah. I think our 5e party just needs to try to be smart. It just never happens. We just always do the dumbest shit. But anyway, when do we not do that? Mr. Tyler, how are you today? I just saw you like 10 seconds ago.
I know. I have the whole walking up upstairs.
Right. Right. And I guess Jason, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing better. I'm doing better. No cancellation. That was great. Stomach flu hit me about noon yesterday, so that was cool. Yeah, nice weight loss plan, if I'm being honest. Gave me a lot of time too to reflect on the similarities of how I was feeling and then how the game went on Sunday, and working through some unfortunately realistic consequences. But I'm stoked to be here and in a different body, so that's cool.
Cool. All right. Well, so for the stream who was kind of following or didn't follow, so they had Marcus, Sir Marcus, had sustained quite a bit of damage in his episode that he had there in Carwent, I believe it was, and then managed to make his escape the final hands of death that attempted to remove him from this mortal coil, and he had moved on to they were able to transport him back to Carleone, where he could receive further doctoring after a few months of rest and winter season. Everybody has pretty much recovered, and Arthur has rallied his banners and is moving to the north to a city. There is a fortress kind of on a hill there at a place called Terraville. And Sir Garen and all of his honorifics and his valor and stuff that he has earned was given the honor of being Arthur's commander of the left flank. So he will be in charge of probably about 5,000 men, both men-at-arms and other knights and so forth. And he's going to basically lead that charge. Is Sir Garen probably lead that on horse, or would that be a foot? What would you think is Garen's preference?
Yeah, I think, we would be definitely mounted and lead the charge, and I don't know.
Yeah, the area at Terraville is kind of like you come down off a rise kind of into like a small valley, and then it goes back up, and there's the castle on the hill. Obviously, King Lot and his other kings and so forth that are with him, they have moved their troops to outside the castle and are preparing to meet Arthur's men in the field and so forth.
Yeah, I guess this is the part of trying to understand where we're going with this tonight. I mean, if it's, you've got significant amount of soldiers, right? Some of them are going to go in, on foot, and then you're going to have archery support, and then you'll have cavalry. I mean, I suspect Garen would be on horseback, but
you're going to have to roll a lot of dice tonight, Tim.
I've never done this thing. So
you're like, okay, that guy hits. That guy hits.
Well, me neither. So, from what I understand and what I was able to gather between the King Arthur Pendragon campaign that I'm using for inspiration, and along with the rule book, the rules for mass combat are relatively simple. Just like if you're watching a movie, you're not going to see every single battle as a whole, but you will see like snippets, and the player characters will represent those big scenes in the battle where you're going toe to toe with another foe from the other army and so forth. Garen, of course, being in command of the left flank, and so there will definitely be some panning that way that will come back to other parts of the battle.
Garen has lived for one thing, and this is it. So,
Sir Marcus and Sir Azir, or is it Zahir? My bad. I gotta fix that. But anyway, I have it wrong on my sheet. That's my fault. But you guys were selected to kind of represent the right side of Sir Garen's flank, and there is a unit of holy knights in King Let's employ that you will be facing. There is a French knight who is part of the Holy Roman Empire, and his name is Gerard the Reteneur, and there is also No the Conqueror, who is a knight from a East Anglian county in the northeast part of Britain, known as Deira, or Deira. If I'm mispronouncing that wrong, I apologize. But that's what we got. And Beardsley and Bjorn will be in command of some foot soldiers, and there is a Saxon chieftain known as Hemon the Powerful, who wields this giant two-handed hammer. And
how much larger is it than Bjorn's hammer?
He's easily
an axe,
like 6 inches taller than Bjorn, and weighs probably about 50 pounds to 100 pounds more than Bjorn. And
I'll fix it.
it is said that his hammer is made from some kind of fey enriched wood, and so.
Well, it's not the size of the hammer; it's how you use it.
It's how you swing it.
Could you give us his name again? What's his name?
His name was Hemon, Hemon, the powerful.
And it's short for the hewn.
And there is another rich knight who claims to be all of basically the big face and charismatic knight who supposedly steals all the women with his riches and so forth, known as Raff the Highborn, who Sir Beardsley will get to face off against. Raff, R-A-F-F.
Face off against.
We have Raff and foot soldiers.
Yeah, Riff and Raff. Yeah. And of course, Sir Garen, who will face off against Sir Nero, the Fey Knight. So I've already pre-made a lot of rolls to see kind of how the battle is going to go and how many rounds each particular fight will go. Before, one of two things happens. Either A, your area that you're kind of in command of will falter in some manner, or B, you will overcome the defenders at that point. So that is not necessarily a given based off of your individual fights that you have. You very well may win your fight, but lose that part of the battle for your group or so forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out, kind of go around. I like everybody to make a battle check. And you can... go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask, because this is kind of a significant thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to invoke.
I would.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
No, we'll be back in a second. His camera crashed.
Oh no.
Yeah, I invoked honor and succeeded, and then I succeeded on my battle roll.
Nice. What is your total on your battle
roll? So I get 10 on my for getting a plus 10 for getting my honor, correct?
Correct.
All right. So that would make my battle a 22, and I got an 18.
Nice. All right. Perfect. And how about Sir Beardsley and Sir Bjorn?
Yep. So I got a 13 out of 11.
Oh. 13 out of 11 is not good.
Yeah.
All right.
That's correct.
Grizzly runs in the woods again.
Yeah.
Yes. Grizzly runs in the woods. Whatever was in that ale he was drinking last night is not...
Bjorn, smack him!
How about Sir Bjorn? Is Bjorn going to invoke any passions or anything like that?
Yeah, I rolled a 12. I'm going for love of family.
Love of family.
I lost him. There he is. He's back.
There he is. He's back.
I don't know why my stuff keeps breaking.
Looking good.
Yeah, just to keep it even. It's fine.
Yep.
And so I add 10 to my battle.
That would be correct.
So that's a 15, and I got to roll under that. I got a 12.
A 12 out of 15.
Yeah.
Perfect. Were you able to hear what I was talking about, Tyler?
I heard you say I need to make a battle.
A battle roll, yes. So I need Sir Marcus and Sir Zahir to make a roll.
I'm going to invoke my passion of honor.
Honor? Okay.
Yeah. I got an 11 under 16.
All right, perfect.
And that gives me plus 10, correct?
Yep, it does. In fact.
All right. So I'll make my battle 15, and I got a 7. So.
Oh, nice. Good solid roll. And how about for Marcus?
Can I invoke fealty for my lord? For this is like the biggest responsibility he's gotten.
Absolutely.
Wants to live up to it. So I got a 14 on 15.
Nice.
And for battle, what do I have there? 4 on 25.
Woo! Smoking. I like it. All right, guys. So you did find out as you were riding here, there was a rider that had met you, and Sir Augustus was recalled, basically, to the bishop in Camelot to attend to some other duties, and is unsure whether he will be duty, right?
Duty.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn this other light on right here for a second.
Hey, Beardsley, he had to duty.
Hopefully that won't walk me out. All right. Is that messing with my color too much on the thing?
Looks like duty.
Okay, looks like duty. Perfect. That's what we're gonna be today, because I gotta
It's
be able to
much fun.
see what I wrote.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I had that problem here as well. I'm like, I have no idea. I can't read.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck I was doing here. Okay, cool. Okay, now I remember what I did. I took a whole shit ton of notes. I did a lot of prep. That I scribbled it really close together, so it's gonna be really hard to do. But we'll get there. All right. So the armies begin to basically march out. The evening before, you guys are all called to Arthur's tent, all of the commanders and so forth. So basically Marcus and Zahir are kind of in command of their own little unit of guys. You have 150 men with you, and will be basically tasked with defending the right side of Sir Darren's army as the cavalry comes down. So you guys will be on horse and so forth there. Beardsley and Bjorn are on the left flank. The Saxons are on the right flank of King Lot's army, and so your left flank will basically handle that. And then Sir Darren, of course, with the main charge. You have 300 heavy knights that will be following you into battle from a variety of households and so forth, including your own, and other knights from Arthur and so forth. King Pelinor's army has not arrived at this point, so he is supposed to fight in the battle here at Farabelle, but he has not showed. So Sir Darren has the left, King Arthur the center, and Earl Roderick on the right. And then, of course, you guys within that little thing on the side. Hopefully my dog barking isn't going to be too bad. I can shut the window there if need be. Is that coming through the stream?
Not too bad.
No.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So yeah, like I said, it's a really dark, almost moonless night. There are just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tents set up on just on the other side of the rise for the battle the day before. As you were there at Arthur's tent, he has Merlin is not there. You would anticipate he would be, but he is not. The Archbishop Dubricius is kind of praying over everyone and making certain that God will take care of the situation and protect all of you in this battle. So I guess what I would like to do at this point, I'm going to have each one of you actually make a 3d6 roll. Also, you just need one from each pair to make it, or actually you can all roll, and whoever rolls the highest of the, when you have a group, so like Beardsley and Bjorn, whoever's the highest will use that.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Well, I got a 17 there, James. On 3d6. This dice roll is really nice.
Didn't beat that.
Hey,
So Bjorn, I've got a
17?
15, Bjorn.
Mine's 11. It's just
All right.
3.
Yep, just 3d6.
11.
All right, perfect. So you guys will take the 15 then. And Sir Dare?
8.
An 8. Ooh. All right, awesome.
You died.
You died. You
It was
died.
bound to happen.
Who knew it was syphilis?
Yeah. That's not a fairy ring.
Okay.
That's a symptom.
So, like I said, the night before, you're at the tent and so forth. 2 really big, burly knights that you recognize from being around bring a man in, and they're dragging him in. He's wearing what looks to be sleeping clothes, and not clothes like to be prepared for battle. And they kind of throw him to the floor in front of Arthur. And it turns out that is King Ryan's, one of King Lot's brothers.
What?
So they have captured him and brought him to Arthur. Arthur asked him if he wishes to surrender, and he does not. So he is clasped in irons and taken off there. And Arthur says, Arthur's probably about 13 now. He's getting older, but definitely not, a full man yet in any way, shape, or form. But you could see that he's been kind of molded by the fact that he's been the king for a few years now. And as he's begun to take care of things throughout the realm. And he seems to lean heavily towards his Christianity, and also towards the people, and making sure that the people are taken care of, and not just the nobles. But okay, there was a car alarm going off in the background, and I was like, really? Really?
I thought you froze.
Yeah. I was like, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, like, what I can hear and what's coming through the camera. My camera faces away from the window, so it should be okay. But yeah, so that happens. Arthur asks each one of you to come forward and kneel to be blessed by the bishop.
What an honor.
Gladly do so.
Got it.
You said bummer. Did you say bummer?
I said,
Yeah, I was doing so.
yeah, I want to see how do Bjorn and Garen act in those situations, because we're faced with those a lot. Like, are they just awkward, and are they good pretenders? Like, how do they do that?
I don't believe in your God, so I don't care.
You just kneel down. Like, okay, if you want to
yeah.
pat me, you can pat me. It's fine.
I'm like,
Right.
I'll
if
kiss
you're
you. Right.
nice, these scissors are magical. Like, okay,
Yeah. Right
Yeah,
on.
I agree.
Okay, yeah, awesome. Well, you don't have to partake.
Marcus, I think they're coming around. Is that a tear in Bjorn's eye?
And I would make sure to wink at you.
Nice. So the morning battle comes about. The troops begin to march and so forth. Sir Garen, do you have anything you wish to say to your troops or anything like that before as they assemble?
So I've had 10 in Orate. I just rolled a 2. So yeah, this is exactly what we've been waiting for the honor of King Arthur and the honors of each of you and your families. Let's make this a glorious day. And we'll just try to hoop them up into a big raucous.
Nice. Well, with a 2 in Orate, 2 on your roll, that manages to bring them to quite a fervor. You could hear actually the Sir Marcus and Zahir and the rest of the gang. You could hear the cheers of the several hundred horsemen that are on your left flank as Garen kind of is riding back and forth, kind of in front of them, raising his sword, I would think. So,
oh yeah, no, this is, I guess, is everything Garen has ever wanted, and it'd be a very exciting moment.
Awesome. Bjorn, you have quite a few other Danes that were basically within Arthur's kingdom have been pulled to kind of be in your unit over here, along with some other rich knights that look kind of unhappy that they've been put over here. It looks Sir Kay, who was one of Arthur's knights, tells you that these knights were assigned to you guys and Beardsley due to the fact that they were a little late on some of their payments in tribute was a little late for some of their lands.
You've given us peasants, Lord. Lambs to the slaughter.
These men are good at fighting.
They're boys who kick rocks.
Yeah, boys who kick rocks, right? Perfect. But yes, so they've kind of been assigned to you. Is there anything that Bjorn or Beardsley would like to say to them before?
Oh yeah. Bjorn, do you wish to rile up our troops with some of your heathen words and things?
My skill set. I have a 2 in Orate, so probably not.
No, you just have to look them in the eye. You don't focus on just one.
I'm not going to kneel again.
For fuck's sake. I wouldn't say fuck, but all right. So I'm gonna roll a 6 on a Orate 9.
Yeah, I don't get that.
6 out of 9. All right, perfect.
So nice. It would be like, in the beginning when I first met Arthur. No, it'd be we have come here to prove our right to this land and others, if I'm being honest, and our loyalty to the king. We will cut these heathens down, not all the heathens, because we have some among us that are fighting.
Yeah, focus that way.
But I sort of like,
only the little ones.
I'd be like, for God, for brotherhood, for Arthur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that manages to rile them up quite a bit, and so Bjorn is quite a formidable opponent. So the other Danes that are here definitely have no issue with following him. And they heard that he sires a long line of children amongst
in Sir Garen's family.
He was,
It's always a smart aleck.
right?
I'll name the next one Alec after that. That's good.
Smart Alec. Alec, you're such a smart boy.
You take after your father.
All right, perfect. And of course, Zahir and Marcus. There are probably about 15 British Christian knights that are assembled to ride along with you. Along with there are about 200 men-at-arms and also you have a good contingent of bowmen that are on your flank. So with good coverage. Is there anything that Zahir or Marcus would like to?
I would have spent what little time I had free the night before meeting with the lieutenants or whatever to little individual pep talks for them and their retinues.
Okay.
And then in the morning, like now, it's like, I'm honored to fight by your side, my brothers. Let us bring honor and glory to our God and our King.
Fantastic. So like I kind of described before,
So, Marcus, should we be alarmed that the surgeon is riding with us?
Take comfort in that if you're injured, help is nearby.
Yeah, he's just trailing thread. Like, like a Frankenstein thing.
Nice. Maybe could be kind of Frankensteinish. So, as I described before, like I said, the troops and everything are on the end, and you guys ride up basically on the ridge there. Down below, there look like to be the opposing army. King Lot is there. Sir Nero on the left, facing Sir Garen and his troops. They have some horsemen, but they're not as heavily armored as the men who ride with Garen. So you could imagine that that's gonna hurt a little bit. And then there is a gentleman named Sir Santos, who is opposing Earl Roderick's armies on the right. And it looks as if see here, it looks like Arthur troops and the troops that are with you guys outnumber King Lot's men for sure. And the fact that they were unable to hold this ridge, was a good enough for you guys to get a little bit of bonuses on some of the things. So you were going to be able to maintain a +5 advantage for higher ground for any attack roll that is made, at least until you fail. If you fail an attack roll, then at that point you will lose your momentum from the higher ground and lose the +5. But you will maintain that for the first part of the battle. So you guys basically, Arthur starts to move forward and so forth, and kind of raises his sword, which is the key for basically Garen's flank to begin to take the field and engage the enemy.
For Arthur.
So what does this look like as these troops are standing here? It looks like you're going to be greeted by some foot knights on the other end. There are some horses, but they seem to be in the back and not near the front part of the defensive line. What does this look like? What is as Garen kind of brings everybody down the hill?
Like a crushing wave of steel. This is the first, this is the first battle, and I don't think Garen would have any intentions of showing mercy on this. This would just be decimation, an attempt to decimate that flank as quickly as possible.
Awesome. So as you guys come down the hill, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and make a lance roll.
I was like, oh God, what's happening?
Thank you, Jason.
We're here.
All right. I rolled a 9 on a normal 11, which I believe you said would be a 16. So a 9 on a
Correct.
16.
9 on a 16. Let's see how these foot knights receive your heavy knight. They receive it pretty freaking poorly. So you managed to just crush these guys that are there. They're in no way prepared for the amount of damage that is wrought to them by these heavy chainmail armored horse, and the amount of impact that comes down this hill like a hammer, and it just crunches into them. They're easily like, the guy like right in front of you, he has this like hammer, and he tries to time it and hit your horse, and the horse just puts its hoof up, and it just pushes right in the center of his helmet as it just pushes him into the mud. And you just hear like the crunching, like you're jumping on a sack of cans, and splintering screams of agony, and the sound of crunching bone as these men are just obliterated by this charge. Give me a horsemanship roll. Unfortunately, due to how bad you beat these guys, staying on your horse is a little difficult because you're mired in this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
11 on a 15. So
nice.
And I guess I'm assuming that. I mean, does that 5 go to horsemanship too? I mean, it would be 11 out of 20.
Yeah.
If it did. Yeah. So 11 out of 20.
Yeah, it'll go towards that. That's not a problem at all. So at this point, you won't gain any more momentum on the horsemanship roll, but you did get it on this one because of coming down the hill and the damage. It's going to actually get harder to kind of walk around right here on horse. As there are some halberdiers, men at arms that were behind these foot knights that are moving up to engage your line at this point. You can see that apparently Sir Nero was in no way wanting to be in the front of that, and he is actually leading the men-at-arms that were behind the knights as he pulls up. He has strange, like a helmet that is made of steel, but it has like trees and stuff engraved on the sides of it, and it has wide horns that come out almost like an elk on the sides of his helmet, and the like faceplate is like a deer, and he folds it down, and the deer has like these slotted eyes that look grimacingly as he begins to move forward, and yells to you, "Meet me on foot, coward!" And as he slings slurs at you as he is meeting forward and draws his sword.
I think Bambi's feeling a little randy.
Oh dear.
All right, challenge accepted.
All right, yeah. So you dismount then?
I mean, I'm assuming that feels like I would accept that challenge.
Okay, so yeah, your squire kind of like carries your horse, holds onto your horse right there, so he'll be ready should you need it. There are 2 men, knights that are on foot that are protecting your horse and so forth. Being that you are the captain of this particular side, you have some men that are protecting you and your things as you trudge forward, stepping over the bodies as he moves forward. You notice that the hilt of his sword is made from an ancient like wood and so forth. So he will move forward to me.
Do I feel my fancy wood ring making any sort of cool vibrations, or? You're not the only one blessed by the Fae, my friend.
Oh, right. You talking some crap to him? All right, yeah. Why don't you give me a, let's see here. Why don't we do a spiritual roll?
A shit-talking roll.
Yeah, and you will get your +10 from your honor roll earlier for that. That will carry through to that. It's going to give you a 21. Unless you've put in points in it. Because I just have it as original stats on my chart.
Well, spiritual, I originally had 11, so you're right. It'd be a 21. I rolled a 16.
Nice. 16 out of 21. Very easily for him. All right. He seems to be a little And you grip your sword with the hand that has the ring on it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
kind of show it. Do you show the ring to him, or?
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think this would be kind of fun to poke fun at him. Listen.
Okay, all right. I like it.
You're not the only one blessed by the Fae, my friend.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna kind of switch over to the Holy Knights as Sir Marcus and Sir Zahir come down the hill. You see, your horses are fast, and the other knights that are with you are pretty good, but they're not as heavily armored as Sir Garen's group. And so Sir Garen's group, due to the slope of the hill, gains a little more speed and momentum due to the heavy armor. And you see them just crush into these guys. The knights that are standing on the right side of Garen's group are kind of surprised that the foot knights just are obliterated by this charge. So you will gain a +2 to your roll, despite the fact that that you don't have enough momentum. So you will have a +7 for the momentum and the distractedness of the group.
Lance.
Okay, that's up to you. The knights there are on foot. The knights there are on horse.
Yeah, Lance.
Okay. Yeah. So does Zahir use a lance at all? You are muted, Tyler.
No, I only have a 2 in lance. Not real good.
Well, you will get the +10 from your honor.
So I'd have +17.
You would, in fact.
Sure, I'll use the lance.
Yeah. I'll use whatever's laying around, I guess.
When you put it like that, yeah,
That is
sure.
sick. I just use a rock.
And I still have the +10 from fealty.
You do, sir.
Okay, so
He's out
that's
there just punching people.
15 on 25.
15 out of 25. Wow. And
go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was actually.
I got a 19 out of 19.
Oh,
got a crit.
critical.
Oh shit!
Awesome. You guys both go ahead and roll your lance damage.
What's the damage on a lance? Is it +1d6 to my damage, or is it? I don't know how lance works. I know sword is +1d6 to your damage.
Let's see here. I might actually have it handy. On a different page, lance. Should be 66 for a charger, and then 1d6 for the lance, so 76 unless you're adding any strength.
So is this considered?
My base was
you're
a
doing
15 too,
individual comment within the skirmish rules?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So
Okay, I follow.
they're kind of little individual snippets within the skirmish rules.
Got it.
So in the actual 5.2 rulebook, it kind of gives you ways to kind of do all the math and everything ahead of time. And so I've actually already taken those statistics that I have from the thing and kind of factored them into what you guys are rolling.
Nice. Okay.
How much was Lance?
It's going to be 76 plus any additional strength dice that you might have if you have any additional d6.
So I just add my damage to the 76, correct?
Yeah, what's your damage like?
5d6.
No, you do. So you would just take the 66 and then add 1d6 for the lance then.
Okay.
If you were more than 66, then you would add it.
I got a 31.
31. That's pretty good.
Does a crit do anything?
Yeah. What does my crit do?
Yeah. So yeah, you just completely obliterate this guy on the lance. Where do you stab him with it?
In the face!
Yeah, right in the mouth.
Right, yeah, I guess right in the face.
Okay. In the face. All right. Yeah. So this guy, his head is just kind of As you ride past him, it spears through his helmet, and you just hear like this sickling crunch, and you feel the reverberations of the bones breaking, almost like you're twisting a chicken wing off from its. You can feel the cartilage and stuff rip in his skull and his vertebrae in his neck. As
I kind of look over at Marcus. I'm like, I can't fix that.
I got a 23 on mine.
A 23. All right, yeah. And you take that guy down off his horse. He fails his horsemanship roll, and he is taken off his horse. The lance doesn't isn't embedded in him, but it does knock him from his horse and do a substantial amount of damage to him. As two other knights that are knocked off their horses, they move forward, and the one is wearing this armor. He has a white kind of tunic with a Templar cross on the front of it, and he moves forward and he says, "God will save me, but he will not save you." And he points like this Lutheran hammer that he has in his hand at you.
Well, I just salute him and then charge at him, meet him in battle.
Okay. And Zahir, another armored individual, much lighter, more like a bronze style armor with some sort of filigree and stuff on it. It's hard to make out due to like mud from the battle and stuff already, but it seems to have like horses engraved in the pauldrons of the armor that this individual wears. Give me a notice check, or what would that be? Awareness? Yeah, awareness check.
We got a 6 under 15.
You notice something's a little weird. The armor doesn't seem to fit the individual as well as it should. It's maybe slightly loose. And you notice that the knight is a bit short for a typical knight. And that he wears like this cape kind of on the back, and the cape you would expect the cape to probably come to like mid-calf, maybe a little bit lower, and it's actually dragging in the dirt a little bit.
Are you a boy? Where are the men?
As he moves forward towards you and unsheathes his sword to meet you. I will roll around to Beardsley and Bjorn. As you come down the left side, you can see the flank, or you can see that the Saxons are massing their troops to come towards you. There's maybe double the amount of guys that you have, but you are led, of course, by Bjorn and also these rich knights. They have nice armor and stuff. Beardsley probably feels a little bit. Let's see here. We're gonna give him a
deviated septum.
Yeah, that. What would I say envious? I'm gonna say a modest roll.
Where's my character sheet? Hang on a second.
Actually, I'm gonna make it a proud roll, because these guys have shinier armor than you. They definitely have a little bit more money than you, and it's kind of irritating to you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty modest actually.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with proud. Let's go to the opposite side of that, I think.
So if I'm trying to roll...
Would Beardsley want to be, not care that these guys seem to have more money? Or would he...
So he's got 13 and 7. Right. So proud is 7. So that he's a lot more modest than he is proud in that sense. Like you'll notice that in how he sloughs off credit to Sir Garin. But it's mainly because he's conniving in the background. So I don't know. What do you want me to do with that? Like, I'll roll. But I can see him looking at them and just kind of sneering and being like, okay, this is why we need to win this battle so that I can get more
money.
Yeah, more monies.
Okay. I mean, I think you've definitely role played the giving of the honor and glory to another. So I don't see that would be the way you would play it.
I would say something like I would say something like such nice accoutrement to get dirty on such a day. Is this the first battle they've seen? They gleam like God's eye staring down from above.
Okay, I like it. All right, yeah. So they seem to be a little irritated, but they will engage the enemy nonetheless. But one of them kind of pushes in front of you a little bit, as if to engage the enemy that you were attempting to engage, leaving you with an individual that looks much more like cheaperly adorned. And he says, perhaps you should fight that one, Beardsley. He wearing your own clothes.
Interesting. I think to myself, I'll be picking ears off of your carcass. I don't say it though. Yeah. So what do you need? So am I engaging the guy who went to?
Yeah.
Costco,
so you're engaging the
Costco
other
armor?
guy as it seems as if this gentleman steps in front to engage Raph.
Okay. I'm going to invoke fealty for my lord.
Okay.
If I may.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a 12 out of 15.
Nice.
And I just basically, the boy king trusts us to win this battle. And so win it we shall. And I just stiffen up my my upper lip and I go in.
So you do defeat that guy in your swing. So go ahead and roll some damage for that guy.
Damage? Where's damage? Sorry. Damage is 46.
Yep.
Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you should maybe have more than that. For a sword of 66. You're using your sword.
It just does plus 1 to your damage.
Plus 1 to your damage.
It would be 5d6.
5d6.
5.
Weapons typically just add d6 to your damage.
Alrighty, so that's going to be 14.
14 points. That takes a significant swing out of the individual, but does not put him down. And Bjorn, you can see that big, heavy guy kind of looks about the size of like Hagrid from like Harry Potter. Just big, bushy beard. He's got bones and stuff braided into his beard, and he has like giant spiders that are kind of like embroidered into his tunic that he wears as he holds this big hammer that seems to be made of wood.
What?
You kind of cut out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm not mounted, right?
No, you're on foot.
All right. So I've already invoked my family.
Yep. She'll get your plus 10 on your roll.
Yeah. It's a D20.
Yeah. Yep.
At 18.
Nice. So as you swing at this man, what are you using here? Like axe?
Yeah.
Or sword?
Axe, which I think is the same as my sword.
Okay. Yeah. So you're swinging this Danish axe at him, and he blocks it with his hammer and prevents you from finding purchase with your blow.
There. That was great.
All right. Well,
And so yeah, so we're gonna swing back around to Garen. All right, Garen. This man is moving forward. What's your dexterity?
A 12.
Oh, we already figured this out. It's good, isn't it? Remember, didn't Bjorn find this out? Yeah, this guy's gonna. So he's swinging this sword. You seem to be faster than him for sure. And so go ahead and roll to engage him in combat. Are you just going straight in on him, or are you going to like toy with him? Like, how's Garen go about fighting this guy?
Once again, I would brandish the ring, and I would say, one of us has been blessed by the Fae. One of us wears a nice costume. I guess it's time to find out who's the real deal. I give him a chance to.
Yes.
I give him a chance. I mean, look around you at the carnage here. Are you sure this is the way you want to go? And I give him a chance to basically take the knee. The boy king is going. The boy king is going to roll.
I like it. What do we call that? Let's see here. Well, we don't really have any skills that are good for stuff like that. Just give me a straight up D20 roll, adding 10. Let's see how well you spurn. I like your words. I like your thought process.
That's just an 11. I rolled a nat 1.
A nat 1, but you did get the plus 10. So for your honor, and that is enough to kind of get under his skin a little bit. He says, "You have a mere ring, and what do you intend to do with that?" He's like, "It seems that I will be blessed as I pull it from your corpse."
You can't
And
see his other ring.
He moves forward. He moves forward to engage you. So
I have no idea what this ring does. I'm just, I'm just gonna fight.
Fantastic. So go ahead. Let's just go ahead and do a combat roll. You're going to be faster than him.
Okay. Do I still maintain the plus 10, plus
you do,
5?
sir.
What do I got? Plus
Yes, you still get the plus 10, but not the plus 5.
Garen's so fast, he's a blur.
I was gonna say I can't get it to come back in, so I don't know what's going on. I bet you if I succeeded. I got an 11 on a 17 or 27 or 32, whatever.
Yeah, you feel like some sort of like this like fairy magic maybe or whatever. It's kind of give you this blurry look to you as you.
There we go, rock and roll.
And then it vanishes right as you strike him with your sword. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
24.
Nice. He's not real happy about that. All right. You actually swing your sword hard enough that as he blocks it, it seems as if your strike is just so strong as you have this downward stroke, and it catches on the hilt of his sword, snaps part of the hilt off, the wooden hilt, and drives him to one knee as he attempts to get back up to fight you back. Give me a defensive roll versus him. So it'd be just basically an attack roll at this point. As he tries
6.
a 6. So that is equal to your number and lower than his. So you will, in fact, block him from being able to gain any kind of momentum in his offense. He is not able to swing on you at all. And we're going to do one more round of combat with you, and then we'll fall back around to the other individuals real quick. Go ahead and attempt to strike him again. how is Garen coming about it? Is he just feel that frontal thing? You seem to have him kind of backing up a little bit.
Yeah, no, I've just got, both hands on the sword and I'm bringing it down on top of him as he sort of is falling backwards.
Okay.
So I rolled a 7.
Oh, he rolled bad. He had a critical fumble. So as you swing down, it basically knocks the sword from his hand. Yes, it does. It knocks the sword from his hand. Go ahead and roll damage.
$23.
23, and that is going to be enough to take him out. What does this look like? Like, where do you strike him with the sword as it bursts through his guard?
I imagine Garrett cleaving through this wooden deer fake Fey mask and just right across just that thing just peels away as his skull opens up.
Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right.
And it didn't have to be this way. The Boy King will rule.
Nice. Okay, and let's go around to Marcus and Zahir. So Marcus, that one gentleman with the Templar thing, pulls his sword. You can see he has like some black silk kind of scarf like tied around his hilt, and he is meeting you in a guard.
Charge at him.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
14 out of, what's it up to on the lance? I think 5 for the advantage and 10 for the passion. Yeah. So 14 out of 30.
14 out of 30. Boom. So yeah, you blast into him. Go ahead and give me some damage roll. He does not he manages to tie you, but not to beat you. And so the tie goes to the active character.
28.
28. Yeah, he's not real happy about that either. So yeah, he kind of spins around and he looks like he respects your swing a little bit more now than he did. And he will attempt to riposte and come back at you with a swing. Make a defense roll.
Is that?
It's just an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Same thing, basically. You just need to roll less than him.
5
he did get a success. There you go. So 5. So yeah, you block his swing, and he does not find any damage. You gather around for another swing.
Yep. 5 again.
5 again. He has a critical fumble. What is this? I can't roll for these guys today. I can't roll for these guys at all. Okay, so yeah, what does this look like as you cut this guy down?
Stab him right in the chest, and like, may you find mercy in the embrace of God.
Nice.
As he falls off his horse.
Yeah, giddy up.
Giddy up. Yippee-ki-yay. Nice. All right. Zahir. So you are, what is your dexterity, sir?
18.
18. Smoking. All right.
Let me make a note of that.
So it looks like this individual is not comfortable fighting on horse, so they have dismounted to fight you. After seeing you put your lance through, your lance is pretty much still stuck in that guy's face. So
don't worry, my sword is much scarier than my lance, and I will dismount.
Okay. Yeah, they seem to be moving around and coming at you. You are faster, of course.
I'm gonna move in for some combat.
Okay.
So I still have the plus for. So I still have plus 15.
You'll have the plus 10 for your thing, but not the 5 for the momentum because you're dismounted at this point.
Okay. So I got a 16 under 29, which I believe will be a critical.
Nice. So you swing with your sword. And is it a typical longsword?
No, I have like a scimitar, like a curved
scimitar. So this individual has a long sword. It looks maybe a little off balance in their hand comparatively, but they do manage to block your swing, and you do not do any damage to that individual. And they attempt to swing back. Give me a defense roll against theirs.
A nat 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you swing, and at first it looks like they're going to swing a different way, and they manage to have quite some sword skill, and they do swing over the top, and you're going to take 17 points of damage.
I blocked it.
Nah,
I got a successful, and I rolled lower than them.
they got a critical.
I got a critical earlier.
Aren't you supposed to roll over them inside it? You say you have to succeed, but you got to roll higher than them to win again.
You said earlier it was under.
If you're both a success, it depends on who's closer to their number. So, but they rolled an actual critical. So even though you made your number, it's not close to a critical. It's actually the worst roll that you can have, closest to your number. You know what I mean?
Okay. So did my critical? They rolled a critical again for their defense.
You rolled a critical against the other
to
individual.
attack them.
This is
I just rolled another critical to attack them because I have plus 4 or plus 10, which will put my sword at a 29. So it takes my critical to 11 because you subtract that.
Okay. I didn't realize you rolled a critical on the other one.
Yeah, because with the plus so high, it's literally like 50% chance of getting a crit.
Oh, I got it. I'm sorry. I misheard if you had mentioned that you rolled a critical. So that you would do damage to them then.
Okay.
You would have done damage to you on your first swing. They still got you, but
yeah.
You would have done damage to them previously.
27.
Ouch. So as you strike this individual, their helmet kind of cockeyes a little bit, and it doesn't fit on their head as well as it should. And they reach up and pulls the helmet off and kind of throws it in the dirt. And you see long brunette hair kind of drift down over the front of the armor, and you realize it's a woman.
No man can defeat me.
Does this person look like Bjorn? There's a better than 50% chance it does.
She is slightly more dark complected. Not as dark as you, but she is darker complexion.
I think you said she did 17.
She did 17. Back to you. Yeah. Pales in comparison to the 27 you gave her, but yeah.
Just the age of 17.
Yep. So you see that is in fact a woman that is wearing this armor. And we're going to roll back over to Beardsley and Bjorn.
Bjorn, go ahead.
I'm furious. I've never seen someone absorb my blow. I'm incensed. I'm upset. And honestly, I'm excited for a challenge. So I just rear back and I just yell my own name and I hit him with my axe.
Yell my own name. It's like I don't even want my ship later.
That's good. We've been practicing that. He sounds much better. You can hardly hear the accent.
Bjorn's gonna have a new hammer at the end of the day.
Yeah, I have a collection back at the tent.
He's like, if I had a hammer. All right, give me a roll.
It's just a D20.
Yeah. Your roll plus you get the you're gonna get +2 for the momentum.
Oh, okay.
You'll still get your +10 too. From your
wow.
your whatever. It's gonna be +12.
Okay.
+12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 14.
14. Okay.
So
Well, you were gonna do straight damage because he did not block this one.
all right. Well, so 7d6 then.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling this dice a lot, so I'm using the interwebs. Good.
Nice.
What? Well, that's stupid. I got 18.
18.
18 on 76. I would use real dice.
Yeah. Well, I turned my thing on accident and hit him with the back of it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It still does 18 with the back of it.
Yeah. Like I was really mad, and I just.
He's blown back. He's blown back a little bit as he takes a step backwards, and he roars as he kind of turns around to swing this hammer at you as hard as he can.
Is there like a goading system in this?
Not really. There
I kind of
isn't.
feel like if there's two glass cannons in front of each other, it's gonna be.
So what you could do is you could use battle, I guess, or tactics, if you have anything like that.
Could I sacrifice a piece of my armor in order to add to my roll?
You could use
Could you
battle.
sacrifice a piece of your armor to make a roll?
Yeah.
So
Because
battle.
I'm trying to think of like the old Viking bullshit. They would do the
So
like,
yeah, I think
thing off and be like, all right, well.
I think maybe Bjorn takes his sax and just like cuts the straps on his chest plate and just pulls it down. And does Bjorn have like these like tattoos and stuff all over his chest?
Yeah, well, I have a god mask tattooed on my chest, so you can see me.
Yeah.
And you also see a small vial on a chain. There you go.
It's cocaine.
It's cocaine, man.
Well, like, y'all want in on this? All right, let's go.
All
Probably
right,
roll
yeah.
proud or cruel for a taunt or something.
Yeah, you could do that. You could roll against cruel, I guess. Let's see here. Bjorn against cruel. That's an 11. Unless you changed it.
With his bonuses still too, right?
For cruel?
Yeah.
Okay, man. And I just got to get under that?
Yeah. So it's going to go to a 21.
Do situational bonuses affect your personality traits, Byron? Just out of curiosity.
Not typically, but I think for good role play, I would allow them to. Like this, where he's, challenging, his inner Viking stature and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, and this is my problem because I feel like I've not acknowledged one of my traits a lot, which is the valorous thing. Like I've not pushed into that. Like I've not had a chance for like a true like an audience, if you will. So like I'm trying to figure out what would my character do, Yeah,
I think this is a perfect example of what you and I had talked about off screen.
Okay.
Too, about your character and how you embrace your more Viking heritage more.
Well, I got my Norse pagan thing is way up now.
Yeah.
Really glad I put points into something that doesn't exist in your country. That's good. Yeah. So
why don't you give me a what do you call that? Like maybe a spiritual role or your Norse pagan religion.
Okay.
As you do some sort of like Viking war chant. As you take him on.
Are we doing the low I see before me, my ancestors down to my brother?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that sounds very cinematic.
Yeah, we'll do that again. Although technically that's only from 13th Warrior. That's fine.
That's right.
Yeah, so I do that and I rolled a 4, so
Nice.
it was under 11.
Yep. What was that?
That's a sound effect.
Sound bit. All right. I was like, what? That was outside or something. All right, yeah. So yeah, you defeat his block. It wasn't a critical, but you did manage to defeat his block. So go ahead and do your damage.
So 76.
Yeah.
And
and I'm gonna give you an extra D6 for like Viking strength that you called upon the All Father to.
8d6. That's a 33.
What does it look like as you murder this guy?
Oh, I kill him. Okay.
You kill him. 33 on top of the 18 he already took. Yeah, that's enough to put him out.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. I'm afraid of things healing themselves immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. Guess what? These are what humans look like. You guys have been fighting creatures.
So with trying to imagine if I wanted it to be brutal or just really up close. Probably brutal, right?
It sounds like it.
Yeah, with my cape and cowl dropped, I'm faster. I'm stronger basically. I'm not weighted down. So I bypass this clumsy wave of his hammer, and I just bring it down directly into the gap between his armor, and I split him down to the sternum.
Gross.
Nice.
He doesn't move much. He drops a little bit because he'd already sunk a little bit from the flat of my axe, but kick him over after that, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you cut him straight stern down, dude, and you can hear his rib cage just crack as the sternum bursts open, and he's like, his blood splatters up on the underneath side of his beard, and it just rains down on the leaves that are here. And as you look down, as you put your foot on him and kick him backwards, you can see the blood has pooled on top of these leaves, and it's like the big paw print of a bear print is the pattern that the blood makes on the leaves.
As he falls, can I take his hammer?
You can.
Good, I want his hammer. All right.
Awesome. And Beardsley.
Yeah. So I think I struck him, and we're kind of parrying. He's reeling from my blow. It hurt him a little bit. I'm gonna try to just kind of go in and go for the gullet, and I'm gonna roll a 2 against what would we get plus. I have my fealty for my lords. That's 10.
Yep.
And then the situation was what?
It's plus 2.
Okay, plus 2, so 12. Yeah, so 2 on 29.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so he fails to block that. So what does it look like as you probably cut this guy down unless you roll really horribly damage?
Let me roll that damage. That beautiful bean footage. 5d6. No, 21.
Okay, perfect. 21 damage is enough to put him down. What's it look like as you take this guy out?
Yeah, so we're slash, and he reels back from the first blow, and he's kind of like this, and literally I just slide my sword right in his mouth, right through the back of his spine, just like.
Nice. I like it.
Love it.
I like it. All right. Yeah, and that guy dies, basically. And the gentleman that kind of...
I was going to ask, what's going on with Shiny Pants over here?
So he gets hacked down. That's what happened to Shiny Pants. He ate it. So he did really bad. Yeah, that guy got cut down, the guy that was giving you shit.
He's on my side?
Yeah, he's on your side, but he got hacked down. So it turns, and so Raph the Highborn kind of looks towards you, and he says, I see, it looks like it is us now. And he kind of pushes the shield to the side that the guy that was next to you was using.
I spit on it. I spit on that shield, and I look at him and I say, yeah. Well, by looking at these corpses, you see your future. It is us for now, but it shall be I who remains. In the name of the king.
Nice. All right. Go ahead and give me a roll.
This is he's attacking me, or I'm attacking him? Because
I think you're faster. What is your? Oh, you already went.
Yeah, I went because I put the sword in the guy's mouth.
That's
so,
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you cut that down. So we will flip back around to Sir Garen.
I'll be right back.
For those of you in the audience, Beardsley is going to take a wild poop.
All right, Garen. You're still going toe to toe with this guy.
I thought I killed him.
Yeah, you killed him. Some of his other men are attempting to come forward, but you are beating them back relatively easily.
They got better.
It looks like your troops are pushing through very well. You look to your left, and you can see Bjorn picking up this hammer and raising it above his head as he takes on Hammond. And you look to the right, and you can see there was a Templar flag that was flying the last time you looked that way, and you see that it is laying in the dirt, and there's mud and blood all over it as Sir Marcus has cut down the guy who was leading that flank.
Yeah, that brings me great joy. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to do here. I mean, I'd be encouraging the troops. I would be pointing out people that need.
Sure, just give me a battle check. How about that?
Tended to. So that's a 14. My battle is 12, and then whatever.
You're plus.
Still have.
You're plus 10, and you're actually swinging the thing in your favor, so you're going to get a plus 5 for that so far. So you're going to get a plus 15 to your number. So.
Yep. So that'd be a 27. So 14.
Awesome. 14 out of 27. Fantastic roll. Yes, you seem to be really commanding this side very well. The knights are actually engaging, and it looks like they are pushing the men at arms here back even further and driving them back to the castle. And they are at least allowing them to retreat, despite the fact that that is bad, right? So let's go back around to Zahir. Marcus, you have killed the guy that you were against. You see now that Zahir faces a woman. Zahir, you're going to be faster. What are you going to do?
I'm going to give her the chance to surrender. I'm more merciful than cruel, and I know I'm going to outperform her, so I'm going to give her the chance to surrender.
Okay. So what does that sound like?
You weren't meant to fight here today. You don't have to die for their king or whatever. I don't even know who we're fighting. I don't even know who we're like.
King Lot.
You don't have
I just
to
work
die
here.
For
I don't
King
even
Lot.
know.
I just work here. I just kill. You don't have to die for King Lot. Surrender now in the name of Arthur, King Arthur.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's do about a damn it. Let's do either orate, or you can roll versus your you said you can roll versus your
Merciful?
You're merciful.
Yeah, my merciful's a 16.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're cruel, or you're adding your 10?
I'm not.
All right.
So if I add 10, it'd be 26. My merciful is 16. My cruel is 4.
Perfect. Yeah. So I mean, that's definitely within your thing to
I
do
got a
that.
16. I got a crit on my merciful.
Perfect. Yeah. You show her mercy, and let's see how she responds. She actually responds to you, and she lays down her sword.
I let her live.
Chop her head
Okay.
off.
Take
Take her head. You're doing it wrong.
You chop her head off.
Don't do that.
As Marcus cuts down Gerard, and as she surrenders to you, that particular side of the battle just kind of folds, and they pull back, and you can see that it's just kind of like pushed away from there. Arthur and so forth is still doing well. You can see over to Arthur's part of the battle. He's doing well. And it's going to take us back over to Beardsley, I guess.
Okay, so this guy's, we're kind of squaring off. He's obviously getting ready to attack. I'm going to come in. Tell me a little bit about his armor. Is it full plate? What's he?
Yeah, it's very shiny. It's not really full plate. You think it looks prettier than it is.
Okay.
Like he's flashy, not necessarily
right. It doesn't
well
mean
put
that
together.
it's well made.
I
Right.
thought plate wasn't around yet. Did we get to?
It's not. It's more chain. It's chain.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go in. So he's got like a little glistening gold, high polish.
Yeah, it's high polished
nice.
stuff.
So does it have like
It's tin.
Exactly. Does it have like an area where there's a lot of shiny because it's probably softer metal?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna be thinking of that when I make this attack roll here.
Okay. So chain typically is good to defend against a slash. So are you going in for a thrust like you did on the other guy?
Yes,
Down
absolutely,
move?
absolutely. I'm gonna punch through his belly. So we're going for 29. I got 15 against my 17, but it's 15 out of 29. So I think 15 against 17 is good enough for a crit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna crit him.
Okay, yeah. So what's this look like as you stab into them? You realize that the links in his chain are just not as sturdy.
What's you want me to roll for damage before you're?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you might do some like horrible no damage, but
No, 19.
yeah, no, that's good enough. Yep.
Yeah, so I think he's kind of bolstering. He underestimates how quick I am, and I just kind of zip in, and with the blade backwards, like it didn't even appear to be ready. I just sort of punch through his sternum, and slide in all the way almost lip to lip, and go, the future, and let him just slide off of my sword.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Yeah. So you managed to take him out, and that whole flank just kind of folds, and King Lot's army just kind of pushes back at this point, and is pushed back towards the castle. And Arthur does not pursue; he pulls back to rebolster the ranks.
I look for Bjorn. Where's Bjorn? She's just covered in that guy's blood, I'm sure, at this point. And
Yeah, you see Bjorn. He's just covered in blood. You see Bjorn's
like marking everything, like
Got an axe in one hand and a hammer in another.
I'm just walking around like hitting people who are laying down, like Yeah, it's like whack-a-mole. I'm just walking around smushing people who should be.
So I think there's a warrior's embrace there of just for the king, brother, for the king, my Danish brother. Oh, you're so. Oh God, you need to wash.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, you guys managed to defeat them and push them back. Like I said, Arthur begins to pull back. You see Sir Kay points, and you can see off in the distance there's another army approaching. Then there's a lot of mounted knights and stuff. It looks like probably several thousand there.
Dibs.
They have cavalry. So can I make a battle roll? Because one of the uses was for for tactics? I'd like to make
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you could do a heraldry roll, and actually, Marcus, you could roll a heraldry too. You were talking about that in the chat.
Oh, I wasn't trying to figure out who they are. I'm trying to figure out a good approach to defense with that much cavalry.
Sure.
Come on, die roller. Where are you at? All right. Where is my battle? Is 10, and I rolled a 4.
Nice.
If I still have the bonus, I got 6 out of 15 on heraldry. Otherwise, it's
fantastic. You realize the heraldry, the banner that's coming with the army is Pelennor. So they are on your side.
Oh. And I'm thinking about how to kill them. I'm just, all right, fire. We just make a big fire over here. Something.
Well, I'm sure you'll be nice to them for showing up late when we're celebrating the victory. Yeah, glad you could make it.
So their army goes off, and you guys basically collect the spoils of battle as you pull back. And I mean, there's people going around like stabbing the guys that are not dead yet and stuff like that. Some of them that have been that are merciful and stuff like that. And so let's see here, Bjorn from Hammond, other than the hammer, he had like this heavy like iron chain around his neck that he wore, and it had a big Thor's hammer on the end of it.
Oh, Mjolnir, he doesn't need that anymore.
Yeah, so you gathered that. That is actually an item. Says going to give you +3 armor, but you are going to suffer -3 to your dexterity while wearing it. Which is why he was a little slower, but he was well armored.
Hard pass.
I mean, it probably has value. I'll carry it.
Yeah. Beardsley.
Hey, Garen, I got you a necklace.
As you are kind of going through the battle area there and collecting things, you come back to that knight that you've placed, and there's a dog actually that is kind of looks to be
an actual dog.
Is a mastiff, and he seems to be sad that his owner has been killed. And it kind of looks up at you as you're kind of
you gave your loyalty to him, did you, boy? I'm sorry. Perhaps you should have thought better of that. Come, I'll take care of you.
Okay. He licks the blood from the guy's face, and then he comes over to you and stands next to you.
As he's walking toward me, I have my dagger behind my back.
Okay. Yeah. No, it seems like he's coming to you as in like you are now his master.
Oh God, these things shit over the floor.
Yeah. So you have gained what is known as the mother of all bitches.
Oh, so it's a girl. Okay.
It's a girl.
Okay.
So it is.
Where did I put that in my equipment?
Yeah, you can just put it in your equipment. So each year, her litter will give you a special dog every single winter phase.
Yes.
You're a dog breeder now.
I'm gonna put
dog
this.
Breeder. So the things that you could get from it are you will actually possibly be able to get actual glory for breeding these good hounds that come from her and her lineage.
Amazing.
When you roll, so they could either be they could be a couple things. They could either be spirit hounds, which are good at hunting, prestige hounds, which are worth 1 sterling each, and also 1 glory, or war hounds that have attack skill of 17 and do like 3d6 damage.
They can be either of any of those things, or
yeah.
Is that determined by random roll?
Determined by random roll every winter phase. So you roll like a d6 to see how much her litter is, and then what kind of puppies are presented by the dog itself.
I shall call her Cynthia.
Cynthia.
We're gonna start calling you Ramsey.
Ramsey. Right, yeah.
Cynthia the Mastiff.
Stirs the mirror. The female knight that you basically took captive gives you a cloak made of otter fur.
Okay.
It's very fancy. And while you wear this cloak, you will gain +3 to your appearance.
Ooh. All right.
All right, let's see here. And then Sir Marcus, the individual you were fighting with the armor, has a helmet that it has a gold dragon on the crown of the helmet. I forgot to describe that. I apologize. And as you wear that, you will gain +1 to your armor and +3 to awareness.
Oh.
You want a necklace? You want
You got to be creeping up on me for knowing what the hell's going on.
Right? And then Sir
High
Garen.
awareness.
Sir Garen, the spoils of battle are yours also, as you led the charge and so forth. There is a gold armband that is on the individual. It will give you +2 armor if you wear it. However, it adds +2 to your cruelty.
Yes, finally. Yeah.
And then in his bag of things, you find a sun that is emblazoned on this gold coin, and it has a tear coming out of one of the eyes on the sun. And as long as you carry that, you will gain +5 to your appearance.
Oh, I'm a handsome man. I'm a handsome man.
And then you guys are going to get some glory awarded for your points in the battle. Garen, you're going to get 300 for successfully leading the charge and so forth. Beardsley and Bjorn, you're going to get 180.
Yay.
And then Marcus and Zahir are going to get 240.
What's your total glory right now, Garen?
Almost 2,500.
Yeah.
2,516.
Boom.
That means
So on
you're...
this armband, like I don't like, you know, I know in 5e you would, you know, to have some way to figure this out. I mean, is this something that you would like, that I would likely be like, oh, this is pretty cool, strap it on and gain benefits and distractions that I wouldn't quite know what was going on, right? Like, you know.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't imagine that I would like not,
Maybe
wear
have
it
like
because
some
I didn't want to be
dreams.
more cruel.
Maybe have some
it'd
kind
be
of
like one of
dreams or
those
some
things
shit,
that, you know, there'd be some shocking, possibly shocking behavior that I wouldn't quite know was related to this thing.
you would find yourself being a little more cruel because I mean you're even kill, you're 10-10 there.
Yeah, so
So-
I'll be 12-8.
12-8. Yeah. As you lean a little further towards, I mean Beardsley still like outshines you in the cruelty department for
You've been
sure.
hanging out with Beardsley too much.
Yeah, you could maybe it's war, maybe it's battle has changed you.
You finally are starting to be less of a dandy, if I'm being honest. You can't just be kind all the time. Don't take it upon yourself. It's fine. It's fine. You can
As
burn
whatever
down the
this
next village
banneret
too if
is,
you want.
is it whatever this banneret roll is, and having to rule a bunch of people is just going to make Garen a lunatic. That's just like, that's not the fun part of being a knight. Like, that's the crappy job.
Yeah, we're gonna find out when it comes winter phase. Like exactly.
Like,
what's going on.
Man, you gotta pay people.
Yeah.
You know?
Administrivia.
Yes, this sucks. I can
It
definitely
sucks.
see my crew going up.
It's like
Clowns.
absolutely. Yeah, so you guys defeat them and are pulled back to Arthur's headquarters on the other side of the bridge. Pelennor of Brives and his men are definitely appreciated, and the battle will continue tomorrow, where you are applauded for your roles. There is a feast tonight, but not as big as maybe the one that'll come tomorrow, if the battle is completely won, but definitely won nonetheless for that. And you guys will be kind of folded all together under King Pelennor and Sir Jandius. There's a unit called the Golden Eagle Knights, and he's going to kind of like fold you guys into that. And Pelennor is going to have the main charge of the battle tomorrow. Arthur is going to stay in the back. And the Earl of Tewkesbury, Broderick's brother, is going to take the right flank, and Sir Davian, who you have not seen since Arthur pulled his sword, was the last time you met him in London. He is going to be on the left flank of that role tomorrow. So you guys are given kind of a central role, but one that is not as large of a requirement for like being right on the front of the battle, as an honor for your role today. So they put fresher troops ahead of you to protect you a little bit. So what kind of things will you guys do at this like, I guess, feast?
I obviously we would drink, those of us who do, and trade stories from the battle.
Yeah.
And kind of making sure that we're doing so in a way that, you know, and Garen led the charge, so that all of the other competing knights, you know, hear it, of course.
Right.
Congratulate and with the lieutenants that were under my command there.
Okay. Not a problem.
We did it.
Any? Oh, go ahead. What were you saying?
I said we did it. Yeah.
Any interrogation or anything like that?
Yeah. Who is this woman? A woman, you say?
Yeah.
You spared her life?
Yeah.
If she's treacherous enough to don the armor and pretend to be a knight, and just think, where is she exactly? Yeah, I'd want to figure out who she is, wouldn't we? Like, Garen, don't you want to know? Whose daughter is this?
It's a strange thing to have seen.
Yeah, she identifies herself as Sir Isabel, and she is of Italian descent. And she was married to King No, and King No actually fell sick, and so she took his place in battle.
Honorable, I suppose. But I mean, obviously she's going to die.
From a prisoner standpoint, I mean, if we're getting geared up for a whole nother battle the next day, I'd want to be part of the interrogation there, planning. Like Marcus,
Get her to spill the beans on what she knows about their plan.
She knows that King Ryan's, the one that was captured the day before, was the kind of the glue that was holding a lot of King Lot's army together. And his absence in the battle this morning shook them. They could not find him. And she said that they still don't know what happened to him.
And I won't tell her.
Maybe we should just execute him on the field of battle, like right before it all starts.
Oh, well, hey, that cruelty.
You took a couple points.
Where did that come from?
You took a couple points. Damn.
Oh, it's been a long day.
From a gibbet.
Holy shit. Said my cruelty's 19 now. Wow.
Beards is like, it's out of line, but I like it.
Even Beardsley was like, whoa.
Oh, nice. All right, yeah. So you guys have some revelries.
So we try to get her to tell more, and they hear things like, "Oh, Garen's down there with her, I think." He's like,
That seems fine.
It's fine.
It's his dexterity.
I am fast. Wait a second.
Oh, nice.
All right. So in the morning, the troops are rallied yet again for another thing. You can see that King Lot's men have tried to clear out part of the battlefield, but definitely not overly successfully. Pellinor has quite a few mounted knights, upwards of 1,000 with him. And they're going to pretty much follow what Arthur did and what Garen did. Just pretty much charge down the hill and give him hell. So the battle does not really take all that long. It is even before noon when Pellinor and Lot meet on the battlefield, and the clash goes back and forth for a few rounds, and Pellinor strikes Lot down. And so the battle is won. The castle at Terrabil is defeated. Basically, this area is now taken for Arthur's lands and so forth. For the part in the battle and so forth, Garen, you are gifted this castle.
Whoa!
Yay!
Can we have your old place? I've got a dog. We got to find a place to keep it.
My house is your house, Beardsley.
Oh,
Nice.
So kind.
A little more cruel, but kind.
But your lousy mutt got to stay outside.
Nice.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
All right. Yeah, so you'll be able to kind of spend some time getting into the issues of running an estate, basically, and a castle now. Yeah, he's like, I didn't want this. Can I just get a cart instead?
Hire people.
Yeah, you got people. You got people that got people. And Arthur announces that he's going to have a tomb erected on this hill in honor of the 12 kings that lost their lives here. Because there are a lot of kings between Arthur's side and so forth. What is that to say? Oh yeah, so he marches forth He marches north, and there's a town of Nongaler and Lothan, and they both fall as he moves forward with his army, as Pelennor retreats back to the west after helping with this battle, and basically gets to the point where Arthur has solidified enough now that he is all the way to the north, where you guys had gotten that one guy's help. What's that? Duke Corneus.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
he links the lands of the west all the way up to the north, and now there is only a pocket of Saxons and so forth to the east, and East Anglians to the northeast, and some Saxons to the southeast that need to be brought to heel, and then Arthur will unite all of Britain after that. What are some things that you guys would like to do? What kind of, do you guys want to do more like mission style fights going forward here, like we did before? How did you guys like the battle?
That was great.
I like the idea of doing more mission based and then leading into a big battle. Like
Yeah,
that.
I think that's good. Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
Because I like the skirmish rules too. So outside of us fighting individuals on the battlefield, it's kind of neat because you go in with a whole bunch of people, you make a battle roll, and you might, like, if you fail, you might lose half your people in one roll, and it's like it's that crazy.
It's serious.
Yeah.
So smaller battle with the skirmish rolls.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be fun. Like, I like what Tyler said. I love the mission-based stuff because we can really be immersive with role play. And then, yeah, the skirmishes. This is something we talked about with David, right? Was the skirmish rules and how easy they are, but how narrative they are at the same time. I think that's pretty awesome.
okay.
I like too whether no matter where combat is, you can be attacked by multiple people, and you can divide your attack roll between them. So, like on a sword of 17, I could put 10 towards one, 7 on another. I think there's some interesting things there because
yeah, that's cool.
You get into this situation sometimes where you get your honor was plus 10 and we had plus 5. It almost feels like it's overweighted. But if you were being attacked by 2 or 3 people, now you're in this weird spot where you've got to divide up that number pretty significantly, and it makes it harder to manage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's
I got an
everything's
idea
not
for that.
landing against one.
Okay. I got an idea for that.
He's like, I have an idea for that. I'm going to make everyone attack you. You want to split your roll, fucker? Here it comes.
I'm gonna split you.
I think maybe it's time for you guys to re-engage the one guy that planted the doll at Duke Corneus's. Yeah, I think his little group of merry men.
Or even circling back to dealing with the Fey ring that Sir Darren has.
Yeah, there's going to be more on that. That's not a problem. Yeah, I actually have a plan for that also.
Yeah, like, here's my superpower ring. I was like, that's a promise ring. That's
Yeah. So they
It's
did
the
actually have.
armband or this ring that is making me mad. I can't get the ring off, and now the armband's stuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
all
think
the
there's,
jewelry I put on it.
And shit.
with
that's
the
not where you're supposed to put the ring.
So he was a Fey Knight, and so the ring actually did come into play. It did give you +5 to your defense roll, basically, versus gave him a -5 his defense roll, which is why he was so bad, because you were blessed by the Queen of the Fey with that ring.
I probably should have kept
I probably should have kept it. So.
I mean, really, the only thing I know about it was it caused the things to retreat when we were in that cave, but I don't really know what, that it has any sort of.
Yeah, well, no, you haven't really used it. You haven't really used it for anything, but you did, kind of talk about it today and kind of get in there with it. So it did actually give you some some benefits and so forth. And you guys will get another 240 glory for taking part in the battle, the second battle, basically. Even though we wouldn't necessarily role play all that out.
Cool.
Or do all that. So yeah, with that, it's kind of 10 o'clock, and that's about what I had prepped for today. I thought the battle would take a little longer, so I think it's a good place to wrap the stream for today. And join us in 2 weeks. I think everybody's good.
Yep. Yes. I had to think about that for a second. Anyway, Byron, thank you. That was good. I think it was a new part of the Pendragon rules that we hadn't played before. So special thanks for David Larkin for sort of his foreshadowing that whole part of the game. What's next? We got... what do we have coming up? I'm trying to do the Deadlands thing.
Next Tuesday, we have our little wrap-up session for Night's Black Agents.
Yep.
We have our little meeting about the end of the campaign.
That is true. Get to hear. We're going to answer your questions live on stream to the extent that there are some. Hey, Luna, how are you? Then, we've got another Vile Dawn for those who didn't see the debacle that was on Sunday. Come witness the aftermath. That's on like the 25th, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we're trying to get Deadlands going. We got to make sure Mike's all good, and we're going to get back to that. So anyway,
it should be.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk soon.